I thought this was an opportunity for a missing link in the industry, right? To really dig into knowing opportunities or challenges early on, right? But not having to see clinical signs, but evaluate those subclinical challenges to where we can get to the birds faster and make those decisions very quickly. Some of the opportunities would be, welfare related, health related, or production related for performance things as well. When I describe Verax to customers, I see a light, flash of like that opportunity. The thing is just their perception of what it is, and to ground that, right? To ground that with results that we've had, and then opportunities for them to get better. There's multi ways to look at Verax with comparisons or contrast of farms or complexes. It's an opportunity for the nutritionists and veterinarians to come together on a common ground that's a quantitative results versus subjective. So it's kind of a peacemaker, and it brings those teams together. Sometimes they're not as functional in some companies. When I have those initial conversations with a customer about Verax and the progression of their understanding of the product and the service, the tool, it takes a while, right? Because their perception of things sometimes is maybe they equate it to a posting or a service that another company would have. This is beyond that. This is a tool. This is a tool for them to get better definitively. There's no subjective type process. It's very quantitative and scientifically driven process. The thing I think mostly is to talk about them of the size of the database and the strength of that and the accuracy we can provide them in fine-tuning diets, management programs, or even welfare type opportunities. When I talk to my peers about Verax, they associate with a sampling related to a necropsy, right? And that's part of it, but it's not the core of Verax, right? Initially will be very non-invasive type sampling that will not have postings. There'll be postings, I'm sure, that will have to be baseline measurements occasionally, but truly, as Verax continues to develop, it will be, field focused, it'll be non-invasive, and it won't take a lot of technical people to manage the collection that they assume. The thing is, when we look at postings and they associate them, sometimes they think more of the pharmaceutical side and the objective of those pharmaceuticals that may be postings that are specific to one area within the bird, the digestive system or respiratory system. This takes the whole bird into account. These parameters look at the total physiology of the bird. As Verax has evolved in the last 3 years, I think we've become more comfortable with it as a company, as a group, specifically for poultry, right? Because I think that there were some skeptics at first, and challenges, and nobody really wanted to jump in and be an early adopter. So those now that have seen the evolution, we've become more nimble. We're more familiar with the jargon used in the industry. And we build that confidence. We built a team of good scientists and good interaction with our customer base. So I think not only are we promoting it, it's visible within the industry now, and people are talking about it outside of DSM. I think when I talk to my customers about the value of Verax and what they perceive Verax as, supporting their challenges, the course that they take in reviewing Verax, it continues to evolve, right? I think their perception initially was it was another service for health, that they can only, as they continue to become more familiar with it, ideas have crossed their mind about product evaluation and comparison, contrasting of good farms versus bad, determining what's going on. For example, one of their complexes had high mortality, and they've tried multiple things, and all of a sudden the high mortality just quit. No proven reason. So their thought is, hey, can we take Verax and use this in this scenario in the future to determine what the issue is? So I think, as the slogan says, no more sooner.